Hey now! What is up, everybody? My name is Mike Brown, aka Review King MB, and I am so excited. I can't hide how excited I am over the news that apparently it's confirmed that we will get a brand new show called Gotham PD. I think that's what it's called. At least that's what they're saying in these articles. Gotham PD, it's going to be on HBO Max, and it's going to be produced by the director of The Batman, Matt Reeves. Thus, I guess confirming that it's connected to the Batman film with Robert Pattinson. And this makes me happy for so many reasons. So many reasons. First things first, I currently, at least a few days ago, wasn't hugely looking forward to the Batman film with Robert Pattinson. Not because I don't like Pattinson, not because I think it's going to suck, not because of anything negative towards that movie. It's just, I am so much more consumed with the ideas of Ben Affleck coming back as Batman for the Snyder Cut of Justice League, or for the prospect of Michael Keaton coming back, potentially, in this Flashpoint movie, and where that could spin off to a Batman Beyond movie or a Batgirl movie. It's huge to think about. So it wasn't until I heard this to make me say, wow, okay, the Batman movie might be something special, might be something cool. I'm sure Robert Pattinson will be great. The cast that we've already heard about, I'm sure it's going to come together. But the idea that we're going to have a show that's so connected, just hopefully deep-rootedly connected to this movie. Marvel tried to do this with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. or the Netflix shows, and let's be honest, whether you want to say they're good or not, they weren't as connected to the movies as they like to pretend. They might throw some references in there, here and there, but for the most part, it felt separate. It wasn't as connected, and I think this movie, this Batman movie, this could spawn something new, something fresh, something that HBO Max can now become going forward, especially with the DC, brand and what we can get from it. But we have so many questions now, right? The budget and the production quality, is going to be at a high level. But what's good is that, from what we're hearing, it's going to focus on crime, the low-level crime, the police department. So you don't need huge amounts of CGI. You don't need crazy special effects. This can look like a Law and Order show, but just with characters in Gotham. And I think that's the right approach. I think that's what they need to do. That's what I personally want to see. I guess we should address the elephant in the room. There already was a show on Fox called Gotham, and people probably know or have seen my reviews ranting and trashing that show. I watched it for 5 seasons. I did. Why didn't you just stop watching it? Because it was about Batman. Even if I thought it sucked, I had to see it through. I had to watch it, and I just thought that show did everything wrong with this property. I thought the show did everything wrong with that premise. I always thought it should have been more focused on Gordon just solving crimes. Gordon on catching bad guys and criminals. I didn't think we needed any of the young Bruce, baby Bruce, origin stuff. I didn't think he needed all these origins of villains like Joker, if he even was the Joker, or Ra's al Ghul and Scarecrow. You need all that, Mr. Freeze. Leave all that for Batman to deal with. I think that, will Robert Pattinson show up in this show? Probably not, but hey, if they can get him for 1 or 2 scenes, it could be him showing up as Bruce Wayne somewhere at some function, right? Or you can have a stunt guy in shadows showing up as Batman and doing stuff, but it's all in Gordon's point of view, and you just kind of have that there. I think that could work. I think that would be fun. But if it focuses on Gordon, who is played by Jeffrey Wright in the movie, so will he be the main character for the show? I would love that. If he won't be the main character, though, let's say that the main characters, maybe Jeffrey Wright, Gordon will be there in the background as well. He'll be like the commissioner, but maybe the characters are Renee Montoya and Harvey Bullock. That would be amazing, right? Like a Law and Order show with Montoya and Bullock, but you're dealing with criminals that live in Gotham. You're dealing with Gotham as a city. I just, low level, bring it down, scale it back. Don't go for Mr. Freeze and Bane and Riddler. Don't go for those type of characters. That's a Batman-like scenario. I think that this show could be more about, the Carmine Falcones or the Sal Maronis, or you could do the Cobblepots as a crime family. You could have that Iceberg Lounge or any type of club that's a front, and maybe they're illegally doing stuff behind the scenes and Gordon's onto it. You could have the show be more about that type of stuff. You could also have serial killer like characters that I guess you don't necessarily need Batman for, like a Victor Zsasz, because I do think that even though he's been done in things like Gotham and Birds of Prey, I feel like we could go even extra with him, even sicker with him, and demented. It's a really messed up character. I think no other medium has gotten him completely right besides the Arkham games. I think, Pig was a character that they did on Gotham, and he was done fairly well, but I do think we could have pushed the envelope even more with it, and this is an opportunity. If you want to go dark, if you want to go gritty, I'm not saying it has to be doom and gloom, but, if you're dealing with cops and criminals here, then we might have to go there. Even a villain like Calendar Man, which I know sounds silly, and it can be silly, you can spin it in a way where he's menacing, and he's crazy, or he's like a Jigsaw type, but he deals with the months of the year. Like, I feel like there's so many lesser known villains that we can play with, that we can have fun with, that we can turn into household names without having to waste a Batman movie, because the Batman movies are going to pay attention to the A-list villains. They're going to pay attention to the Jokers and the Two-Faces and Riddlers and whatnot. But if you can get the show to deal with the other, villains that can hold their own. Again, I'm thinking so much about the potential here. Even if this show only goes on for 3, 4, 5 seasons would be ideal. How much material can we go through with like an 8-episode season and just keep going from there? Also, given the current climate in the world, I think that dealing with cops in Gotham and having them be corrupted, because let's be honest, most of those damn cops are corrupted in Gotham, and I think if we dive into that, if we explore that, and I'm not saying you have to necessarily make every single cop bad or evil. You can have some layers to them to where they have no choice, or they need money, or they're desperate, or they're being blackmailed. Like, you can play all of that in, but still deal with these are bad cops, or they are doing bad things. I think that, too, is going to resonate with what's going on in the world. Look at how Watchmen, the TV show, dealt with similar issues, more on the race side, but still cops, and how they weren't necessarily always the good guy. I think I'm just thinking about it. Also, we're probably not going to get this show for another 2 to 3 years, which sucks, between them having to plan it, get ready, cast, and shoot it, on top of the COVID stuff that's going on. Again, this might be a long ways out. I might be getting excited right now for no reason, because you have to wait, but still, as of right now, this is something I'm looking forward to. This is something that I cannot wait for. This is something that I should have got over 5 years ago instead of this other Gotham. Hopefully, though, I don't currently have HBO Max, but right now, between this show and the Snyder Cut, when they become available, I will be all over HBO Max. You can guarantee that. Anyways, guys, let me know in the comments below what you think of this news. Do you like it? Do you love it? Do you agree that this is what we deserve right now? Or do you think, hey, it's unnecessary, you love the other Gotham show, more power to you. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Later!